Pitch Perfect 2. I remember really enjoying the first one. It was fun. It was nice. Whatever, songs were okay, but this one was bullshit. I mean, first of all, I remember this being announced a while ago. It took them a long time to do it, and I kept thinking, why did it take such a long time? I feel like 22 Jump Street had a faster turnout than this. I guess they shot in Europe and they had like big sets and whatever. The songs were awful, by the way. I mean, and that's the whole point of the movie, isn't it? In order, it's sort of like the Step Up movies. You need to have good songs in order to enjoy it, because the story is not enough. And the songs were just awful. I mean, they took like 17,000 songs and just mashed them up together, and it was just noise. The beats were weird and nothing made sense, and I got a fucking headache by the end of it. I actually got really excited when the third trailer came out, I think it was, and it had Fantastic Baby in the trailer. I was like, yes, Big Bang is here. Yes, they're gonna have awesome songs in this movie, right? Nope. They didn't. And the story was just the same thing. I mean, they're going through hard times and they need to overcome the hard times. And I have to confess that I sort of fast forwarded through a lot of it because I didn't give a fuck. It was just so boring to me. Again, I was doing homework in the background as well because I just didn't care enough to actually watch it. I sort of listened to it, and then when I would hear a ridiculous song in the background, I would just like fast forward it. And there were way too many characters in this movie. Like Haley Steinfeld is her name. I fucking hated her character. She was so goddamn annoying. And that song Flashlight is awful, by the way. They just kept singing that shit throughout the whole thing. She was annoying. Her mom was played by Katie Seagal, which was awesome. I wanted more of her. She was in 2 scenes and then she was gone, and she was the best. Like, Katie Seagal is in this. And then Becca gets a job at a record company, and her boss was Keegan-Michael Key, and I fucking love him. Comedy Central, Mad TV, Mad TV was my shit. And he was the best. I love his character, and I loved every scene with him in the company, and the other intern that he made fun of for being a hipster. That was all great. Again, not enough. I feel like they just tried to just jam up a bunch of new characters in this, like the new the sound machine, whatever, and the other a cappella teams. They just wanted to mash them up together, and it was just way too many people and nothing. They never focused on anybody, and there was just no point in anything. I feel like Becca wasn't even the main character in this. Her boyfriend was barely in it, by the way. The guy from the first movie, he was barely in it. There was no main character, there was no main issue. I guess the issue was that Becca wanted to move away from a cappella because she wanted to be a serious musician. That never came up, actually. They had like a one scene where she was struggling to find the time to do the composition for the a cappella competition, but that wasn't anything. Like, nothing happened. And then they had, what's his name? David Spade? No. The guy from, I think he was in Arrested Development. He was in this. His character was ridiculous. He was the biggest a cappella fan ever, and he held a competition for other a cappella groups. And that started out okay, where each a cappella group would sing a different song and they had to stick to a theme, but as always it was way too predictable. The songs were weird. The Sound Machine, their songs were good. They fucking played Muse, so that was nice. But other than that, I mean, it started off with a Pitbull song, and I was like, yep, that's the theme of it. Yay. Oh, and I fucking laughed when Elizabeth Banks was like, yeah, we'll talk about the American group more while the Korean group is singing, because who cares about Korea, right? That was funny. And that, I mean, there were some funny moments, but Rebel Wilson is basically Melissa McCarthy, right? Like, they just use her for her weight. And I don't think that's funny at all. Like, it was sort of funny in the first movie when she was like, I call myself Fat Emmy, so other bitches like you don't call me that behind my back. That was funny, but then that's all her character is. There's nothing else to her. They just use her for her weight, and I don't find that funny after 7,000 jokes. So that was pointless. She was completely pointless in this movie, and I mean the whole opening was completely ridiculous. I guess I got over it. I guess it's been a long time since the first one, so I got over it. I was excited for it in the beginning. I thought it was going to be better than it was, but I honestly didn't give a fuck about the competition and about who's going to win because it was so predictable. And I felt like there would be more sort of at stake. I felt like there would be more of a consequence. So they fucked up in the beginning and they basically shut down, like the college shut down the a cappella group, right? But they still went to the world, so what the fuck was the point in shutting down the group if you're still gonna go to the world? And whatever, it was just pointless. The music was just noise. I got a headache. It was just nothing. And the characters I actually liked and I was actually excited about were barely in it because this was like the Spider-Man 3 disaster all over again, where you just cram up a bunch of characters in one movie, and what's the point in that? So, yeah, and I mean, Becca was honestly, like, she wasn't even the main character in this. I don't even know what happened, honestly. It's like 2 hours and I barely remember what happened. And I watched this yesterday. So, watch it if you want. I would say watch it because it's a good time, but it's not a good time. Like, you know, Step Up is bullshit, but at least it's a good time, and you get a couple good songs out of it, and whatever, a couple dances out of it. Bring It On is a great time, and those are stupid movies, but this one, just whatever. Just watch the first one again.
The Bellas are an institution.
They're the best at making music with their mouths.
Stuck my key into the side of it. Four-wheel drive.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Update your passports, ladies. We are going to the World Championships.
The World Championships of a cappella, where groups from around the globe compete for world domination.
This is a big deal, right?
Yes, it's a very big deal.
No American team has ever won it.
That's because they hate us.
The whole world.
The whole world hates us.
If we don't win, the Bellas are over. We have to scout the competition.
We are the sound machine.
We just wanted to check you out before the Worlds, where we're gonna kick your ass.
I'm sorry, I don't speak loser. What did you say?
How are we gonna compete with them? I'm not supposed to have any ideas. I'm the hot one.
I'm pretty sure I'm the hot one.
We're gonna beat them at their own game. Do what they do, just better.
She's on fire!
It's as if the Barden Bellas just don't know who they are anymore.
You don't have a chance at winning until you find your sound again.
I've been saying this the whole time.
Forget it. I'm out of here.
Oh, you're just gonna leave?
I got my ticket for the long way round.
You know, when I look back on this, I won't remember performing and competing. I'm gonna remember you weirdos.
Me too. Me too.
Wow, fantastic, baby.
This is it.
Nothing's gonna stop my girl!
This one's for us.
We're gonna show them! We are
The best.